How did you find out your Uber driver was having the worst day ever? I got into an Uber to the airport and noticed the driver looked really stressed. He was gripping the steering wheel tightly and kept checking his phone at red lights. I asked if everything was okay, and he said he was fine, just tired. 10 minutes into the ride, his phone rang and he answered it on speaker by accident. I heard a woman's voice saying, "The vet said we need to decide today whether to put him down or try the surgery." The driver quickly hung up and apologized. I told him it was no problem and asked if his pet was sick. He started tearing up and said his 12-year-old dog had been hit by a car that morning and needed emergency surgery that cost $8,000. He'd been driving all day trying to make enough money for the down payment, but he was still $2,000 short. He explained that his dog was his best friend and had been with him through his divorce and losing his job. He couldn't afford the surgery, but couldn't bear to put his dog down. I asked what the dog's name was. He smiled for the first time and said, "Buddy," then showed me a picture. It was a sweet golden retriever with the biggest smile. When we got to the airport, I asked him to wait while I got my bags. I went to the ATM and withdrew $500, most of what I had in my checking account. I came back and handed him the cash to help with Buddy's surgery. He started crying and said he couldn't accept it, but I insisted and told him Buddy needed him to be strong. He hugged me and said I was an angel. I gave him my number and asked for updates about Buddy. 2 days later, he sent me a video of Buddy walking around the vet clinic with his tail wagging. The surgery was successful, and Buddy was going to make a full recovery. He also said 3 other passengers had contributed money, and he was able to pay for the entire surgery. Sometimes the best part of traveling isn't where you're going, but who you meet along the way.